There is an old and valuable resource in the leadership treasury to which pastor leaders often return, or at least they should. The Rule of St. Benedict. It was written in the 6th century by Benedict of Nursia. It's a guide for monastic communities which sprang up in response to his call for holy living and really for church renewal. Many monastic communities in the Western world follow a version of Benedict's rule. There's ancient wisdom to be found there for contemporary leaders, really for Christians in general. For one, leadership should always be grounded in listening to God. The rule begins, "Listen, my child," and that summons to receptive listening for God's voice is a constant refrain throughout. There are instructions about how to read the Psalms, how to chant the Psalms, how to observe silence, how to benefit from the reading of books, just a few among many, many others. I hope you get the point. I'm sure you do. Pastors must spend time alone with God listening. All Christians should do the same. One of the burdens that pastors often carry with them is a real sense of loneliness. It's true for leaders in general, I think. What was it Elijah exclaimed in the Old Testament? "I alone am left." For leaders, that's often the burden that they feel. And again, we all can feel isolated at times in our lives. We may feel no one understands our plight or condition, our situation in life, and that often translates into no one cares about me, no one's listening to me. There's a takeaway, I think, for all of us here in Benedict's rule. While some of the specifics might strike us as ancient or archaic, I think their intention still matters, to enhance our awareness that we're never on our own, even when we are alone. Contrary to how we might feel in some of the most challenging circumstances that surely come in life, and for pastors in ministry, God is with us. In the context of a prayerful pattern, a practice of expectant listening, we can count on God to guide us, to provide what we need to answer the call that God has placed on our lives. Expectant listening is an indispensable gift to knowing God's will and for the demand of leadership. So stay grounded in listening to God. Give thanks to God today for His presence with you today. Listen, look for Him today. And as you do, stay safe, stay well, and stay connected to God and one another as you are able. Blessings.